Right, folks, happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well and hope everybody's still safe and healthy. Again, this week is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more of a slower pace, but we're still going to be focused on accomplishing a few things. Again, it was supposed to originally be the April break, but we still have to kind of teach through it. So we're still doing stuff. This would be, I guess, the place where I tell you what we're doing. I had said the other day that we would be doing some review stuff with the review pages, the review packets that I had handed out to you back in, I don't know, the end of February, early March. So that is true. I have gone through the packets and I picked a couple things that I would like for you guys to work on and finish up if you've not already done so. Those packets would be, I guess the packets would be the first and the second worksheets in those packets. So I forget what color. I didn't bring a set of the packets home with me. I probably should have. Yeah, I don't have them with me, but I forget what color they are. Regardless, you should be able to, it's either green or blue, whichever one it is. It says APUSH review packet number 1 at the top. So that would be worksheet number 1. And so that one is points of conflict, the focus of history. So there's 15 things there where you need to go through a major conflict area, talk about who's involved, what the conflict is, what time period this is happening in, the issues at hand, and the impact of those things. So jotting down some notes on each of those 15 things. And then you can go on to the next worksheet here, which is number 2, critical events in American history. That lists some major turning points in American history. For each one, you need to say what happened in that year that is listed. You need to give the significance of that event and then the related events that follow. For example, the first one there is 1763. That one is going to be either the end of the French and Indian War, the Proclamation of 1763, end of salutary neglect. All that stuff is all kind of connected in there. So you could mention any of that stuff and then talk about significance, why it's important, what it was about, and then the related events. So those events go all the way through 2003. I would like you to go all the way through 2003 just for the point of trying to understand a bit of a bigger picture of this. Granted, we are not going to continue on with much more notes, if any more notes, further on here past where we had left off at the end of 1960. However, I still would like the information to be kind of gotten for those later years, even though we've not really gotten there. So that is kind of the deal. I don't necessarily need these by the end of this week. I would request that you would be working on them at some point this week and trying to get these 2 done. I don't necessarily need them by then. I would request if you could, and I know this is going to be tough to do, if you want to type these up and just make them into a Google Doc and share it with me, that one might be easy enough. You could easily make a couple spreadsheets in there, just insert them into your Google Doc, and then just add all this stuff in there with rows and columns. However, if you want to write them right on this page, that's fine. If you've already done that, that's fine. Just send me pictures of them, which may be tedious, but it should only take you 5 minutes to do. So yes, if you've already started it, don't change around the way that you've been doing stuff just to accommodate the online stuff. You do not have to do that. Please do not do that. I know some of you might feel like you could, but don't. Okay, just send me the pictures. I'm fine with that too. So I would request that these would be to me by the end of next week, which would be the 18th of April. So I would work on it this week. Next week we'll have new stuff to work on. We will have other things. We'll probably transition into some test review next week. I might do a very brief thing on Vietnam. I've yet to decide. I don't quite know yet. Vietnam and Nixon and Watergate. I might do that, but I guess after that, that's probably as far as we would go. After that, we will go on to a discussion about the kind of test review. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm trying to prepare for you guys for that. to get you guys as prepared as possible for this AP test in the modified format that we found out about on Friday. Again, if you did not watch that video that I posted on Friday directly to this Google Classroom, I didn't post it on YouTube. It's just in an announcement on the Classroom page. If you have not done that, you should watch that because it gives some information. There is also a link there that I think has been updated. If you need more updated links, I have another one that was emailed to me. So I think that link has been updated, but that'll give you some information about the test format. So I think that's all I've got for you. Again, work on these review packets. If you've already done these two, I guess I should say that. If you've already done these two, pick two other ones. Okay, pick two other ones. They don't need to be comparable length. There's some that are really short, some that are longer than these. But try to pick two others to look at and to work on during this time. So again, using this time wisely. One thing that I had mentioned to a couple people, if you are thinking about the AP test, we are currently 6 weeks away, six full class weeks away from May 15th. If you are thinking about reviewing, which you should be, which we're doing right now, it might be a smart thing to do to say, okay, well, I'm going to start reading a chapter of the review book every day. Let me pause this video and figure out how many chapters there are. So give me one quick second. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. So I've got my faithful review book, United States History, okay, 2018 edition. So you've got these, 1802. So you've got these. I brought this home with me. I thought ahead that one day when I couldn't get back there. There are, I would probably go through chapter 28. Chapter 28 is the 1960s. I'd probably go through that. So I mean, if you're thinking here, okay, that means I've got I have 30, since I've got 6 weeks, I've got 30 classes or 30 weekdays until the AP test. The AP test is on the 30th class day from now. So I've got 28 chapters. If I start today and I read one chapter every day, every weekday, Monday through Friday. So I read one chapter a day. I will get to chapter 28 on May 13th, which is the 2 days before the test. Might be something smart to do. I would recommend it. Okay, this is going to give you the basics and the overview here. So again, be disciplined here. This is one way that I would gain information. Do not be fooled by the fact that this is a DBQ into thinking that you do not need to know other stuff. Okay, anything else beyond the documents. You do. You have to give context. You have to give outside information. You have to understand how those documents fit into the bigger picture of American history. You need to write a thesis that takes into account those things. So right there, I've got 4 or 5 points out of the new rubric that they gave us, which I will also share with you guys. You got 4 to 5 points there that you aren't going to be able to get if you don't know other stuff. So the documents are not everything. You need to be thinking outside of those, but also thinking, you know, I got to add to my knowledge here and at least make sure that I've got all these things in a row so that I can write the best essay possible on May 15th. So that is all I've got for you today. I have nothing else. I will probably come back to you guys with some other information. I don't think I'm going to make a video every day this week. But I will make a video at some point explaining some more things, maybe. I don't know. So I guess you'll hear from me when you hear from me. So check back every morning, and if there's something there, then watch it. If there's not, then don't watch it. Okay, that's all I got for you. I'm at 9 minutes, which is longer than I thought I would take. Okay, I will take this chance to say goodbye, and I will see you guys in a day or two, a couple days.